Have you ever felt an intense attraction that you thought was love, only to see it fade away just as quickly? In today's world, where emotions run high and physical attraction often masks deeper connections, it's crucial to discern between true love and mere lust. Stick around as we uncover the signs that reveal when your feelings might be nothing more than lust. This knowledge could save your heart from unnecessary pain and guide you toward genuine, godly love that stands the test of time. Welcome to our channel, where we explore spiritual guidance and God's messages for our lives. Today, we're tackling a topic that hits close to home for many of us, distinguishing between love and lust. In a culture that constantly bombards us with images and messages that glorify physical attraction, it's easy to confuse the two. The Bible warns us about the dangers of lust and calls us to pursue pure, godly relationships. Proverbs 4 verse 23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." But how do we guard our hearts? By recognizing the signs of lust and steering our hearts toward true love. Let's dive in. Sign number 1, it's all about physical attraction. Imagine this, you meet someone, and there's an instant, intense physical attraction. You can't stop thinking about how good-looking they are or how much you want to be with them. This initial spark can be thrilling and overwhelming. However, when it comes to getting to know them on a deeper level, there's not much there. Your conversations may be superficial, and you may find yourself struggling to connect on topics beyond the physical. Lust focuses on the outward appearance and physical gratification, often ignoring the person's character or values. You might find that you spend more time thinking about being physically intimate with them rather than understanding their hopes, dreams, and values. True love, on the other hand, appreciates the whole person, inside and out. It seeks to understand the other person's heart, mind, and soul. As 1 Samuel 16 verse 7 reminds us, the Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. If you find that your interest fades when you're not physically with the person, or if the excitement diminishes when there's no physical contact, it might be a sign of lust. True love thrives in all circumstances, not just when physical attraction is present. Sign number 2, impatience and urgency. Another clear indicator of lust is a sense of urgency and impatience. Lust pushes you to rush things, driven by the desire for immediate gratification. You may feel an overwhelming need to escalate the relationship quickly, focusing on the physical aspects without giving enough time for emotional and spiritual connection to develop. This rush can lead to hasty decisions and a lack of consideration for the long-term implications of your actions. Love, however, is patient and kind, as stated in 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4. It waits and nurtures the relationship, building a strong foundation based on mutual respect and understanding. Love understands that relationships take time to grow and mature. It values the process of getting to know each other deeply and building a bond that can withstand the test of time. If you're constantly feeling pressure to move too quickly, whether it's becoming physically intimate too soon or making significant commitments without truly knowing the person, take a step back and assess whether your feelings are rooted in lust. True love is willing to wait and grow at a natural pace, allowing both partners to feel secure and cherished. Sign number 3, lack of emotional connection. Lust lacks emotional depth. If you find that your interactions are shallow and there's no genuine emotional connection, it's likely lust. Your conversations might revolve around surface-level topics, and there may be a lack of meaningful discussions about your hopes, dreams, fears, and values. Without an emotional connection, the relationship can feel empty and unfulfilling over time. True love involves sharing your thoughts, dreams, and fears with each other. It's about building a deep emotional bond that goes beyond physical attraction. When you love someone, you are genuinely interested in their inner world and you want to support them emotionally and spiritually. Ecclesiastes 4 verses 9 to 10 says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up." A relationship built on love supports and uplifts both partners emotionally and spiritually. If you notice that your relationship lacks emotional depth, and there is little effort to understand and support each other on a deeper level, it might be a sign of lust. True love encourages open and honest communication, fostering a connection that goes beyond the physical. Sign number 4, selfish desires. Lust is inherently selfish. It seeks to satisfy one's own desires without regard for the other person's well-being. You might find yourself focusing on what you can gain from the relationship, whether it's physical pleasure, validation, or a temporary distraction. This self-centered approach often leads to a lack of consideration for the other person's needs, feelings, and overall well-being. Love, in contrast, is selfless and seeks the best for the other person. It involves putting the other person's needs and happiness above your own. Philippians 2 verses 3-4 urges us, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests but each of you to the interests of the others." If your actions are driven by what you can get out of the relationship rather than what you can give, you may be experiencing lust. Sign number 5, disregard for long-term commitment. Lust often doesn't consider the future or long-term commitment. It's focused on the here and now, without any plans for a lasting relationship. You might find that you're more interested in enjoying the moment than in building a future together. This can lead to a lack of discussions about long-term goals, dreams, and plans. Love, however, is committed and looks forward to a shared future. It involves planning, dreaming, and working towards common goals. In Matthew 19 verse 6, Jesus speaks about the sanctity of marriage, saying, "So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore what God has joined together, let no one separate." If your feelings don't include thoughts of a long-term commitment, it might be lust rather than love. True love is forward-looking and involves a commitment to grow together through life's challenges and joys. Sign number 6, spiritual disconnect. Finally, lust can lead you away from God and His teachings, creating a spiritual disconnect. You might find yourself compromising your values, neglecting your faith, or engaging in behaviors that go against your beliefs. This spiritual drift can leave you feeling empty and unfulfilled, as true satisfaction comes from aligning with God's will. Love, however, draws you closer to God and strengthens your faith. A godly relationship encourages both partners to grow spiritually, supporting each other's faith journey. 1 John 4 verses 7-8 tells us, "Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love." If your relationship is causing you to compromise your values and drift away from your faith, it is likely driven by lust. True love supports and enhances your spiritual life, helping you to stay connected to God. Sign number 7, conditional affection. Lust often comes with conditions. If your partner's affection seems to depend on your appearance, actions, or fulfilling certain desires, it's likely lust. This conditional affection can make you feel insecure and constantly striving to meet certain standards to keep their interest. True love, as described in Romans 5 verse 8, "But God demonstrates His own love for us in this, while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." Love is unconditional and accepts you as you are, flaws and all. In a loving relationship, you feel valued and cherished for who you are, not for what you do or how you look. This unconditional acceptance provides a secure foundation, allowing both partners to be their true selves without fear of rejection. If you find yourself feeling judged or pressured to meet certain conditions to receive affection, it might be a sign of lust rather than love. Sign number 8, obsession with possession. Lust makes you want to possess the other person, treating them as an object to satisfy your desires. This obsession can lead to controlling behavior, jealousy, and a lack of respect for the other person's individuality and autonomy. You might find yourself wanting to dominate their time, thoughts, and actions, driven by a fear of losing them. Love, however, respects the person's individuality and independence. It encourages growth and supports the other person's dreams and aspirations. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 5 says, "It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs." True love is built on trust, respect, and mutual support. If you find yourself obsessively wanting to control or possess someone, it may be lust. Love allows both partners to thrive as individuals and as a couple, fostering a healthy, balanced relationship. Sign number 9, ignoring red flags. When you're driven by lust, you tend to overlook or justify red flags. You might ignore warning signs about the person's behavior, character, or compatibility because you are blinded by physical attraction or the desire to maintain the relationship. This can lead to making excuses for behavior that you would normally find unacceptable or concerning. For example, you might tolerate disrespect, dishonesty, or emotional manipulation because you want the relationship to work despite these serious issues. Love, however, is discerning and honest. It acknowledges and addresses issues rather than brushing them aside. Proverbs 27 verse 6 says, "Wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses." True love involves being honest with yourself and your partner about any problems that arise. It values transparency and addresses concerns with integrity, striving to resolve issues rather than ignoring them. If you find yourself consistently overlooking troubling behavior or making excuses for your partner, it may be a sign that your feelings are driven by lust rather than genuine love. Sign number 10, short-lived passion. Lust often comes with a surge of intense passion that fades quickly. This passionate connection can feel exhilarating, but it is usually short-lived and lacks the depth needed for a lasting relationship. You may notice that the initial excitement wanes, and you are left feeling disillusioned or unsatisfied. The relationship might become monotonous or feel like it lacks substance after the initial thrill. In contrast, love involves a steady, enduring passion that grows deeper over time. It evolves from the initial excitement into a deep and lasting bond. Love matures and strengthens, providing a solid foundation for a long-term relationship. Song of Solomon 8 verse 7 says, "Many waters cannot quench love, rivers cannot sweep it away." True love is not just about the highs of passion but also about the commitment to remain steadfast through life's ups and downs. If you find that the passion quickly diminishes and you struggle to maintain interest, it might be a sign that your feelings are more about lust than true love. Let me share a story to illustrate these signs. Meet Rachel and Mark, two individuals who met at a social event. They were instantly drawn to each other, their attraction electric and undeniable. Rachel was captivated by Mark's appearance and charisma, while Mark was equally enchanted by Rachel's charm and beauty. Their initial dates were filled with intense physical attraction and excitement. They rushed into a relationship, driven by the thrill of their passion. However, as time went on, Rachel and Mark started to notice that their connection was primarily based on physical attraction. Their conversations remained superficial, and they struggled to connect on deeper emotional or spiritual levels. Rachel found herself feeling pressured to maintain the same level of physical intimacy to keep Mark interested. Meanwhile, Mark began to show signs of selfishness, focusing more on his own desires rather than Rachel's needs. As their relationship progressed, they both felt a spiritual disconnect, and their previously vibrant passion began to wane. They ignored the red flags, such as Mark's occasional disrespectful behavior and Rachel's growing dissatisfaction. Eventually, their relationship fizzled out, leaving both of them with a sense of regret and confusion about what went wrong. Rachel and Mark's story is a reminder of the importance of discerning between love and lust. Their experience highlights how focusing solely on physical attraction and rushing into a relationship without a strong emotional and spiritual connection can lead to short-lived passion and ultimately, heartbreak. If you've recognized any of these signs in your relationship, don't be discouraged. God is always ready to guide you back to the path of true love. Take time to pray and seek His wisdom. Reflect on your relationships and ask God to help you discern your true feelings. Remember, love is patient, kind, and selfless. It's a reflection of God's love for us. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions, and let's continue this conversation about building godly relationships. Stay blessed, and remember, true love is worth the wait.